job now because I'm the last one. Yes, that's. I think that you are a little bit tired because we are late, but I will try to be fast. Okay. First of all, I want to introduce Stefanini. I think most of you already know, but maybe some not. We are the only one very truly global company from Latin American origin. We started it for almost 40 years ago, okay? But here I want to emphasize something that is very aligned with the previous presentation, mainly from Huawei. For example, we are very glad to talk about NPS, and I understand that for some clients' testimony, that Huawei is very focused on quality and delivery quality and NPS. This is the first one, our alignment, okay? That's our NPS is very high, the two. That is more or less the double of the market, okay? And you can see a lot of global blue chip clients, and today we have more than 1,300 clients, and we cover all the Latin America. That is very important. We have subsidiaries, fiscal entities from Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Costa Rica, Panama, Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil, and the other ones, we already work with them, but not we have a fiscal entity. That clearly we cover all the regions, and this is a good combination with Huawei that I want to emphasize here, okay? And it's very important. I will talk about a little bit more that we are very engaged, we have a strong experience with AI. We invested in AI 14 years ago. And as my colleague from Itaú said, that the AI is a learning process. It's not only technology. It's so important how to measure, how to manage this changing mindset. Then change management is so important that we understand all this. Okay, that's I want to emphasize this. And interesting, maybe you can ask all of you. Sometimes we see the previous presentation about how to build e-commerce application so fast, and maybe you can think about why we are not seeing the companies. Because most of the cases we see a wonderful experience from individuals, not for companies. Why? Because this is one of our challenges as a leader, how to effectively bring value to the company, not only for individuals. This is what kind of experience that Stefanini can bring to the table, okay? That's, okay, next one. This is very important. You can see, again, we are very aligned with Huawei previous presentation. That's, we cover almost all the areas in technology. This is another point very important. We cover since infrastructure, hybrid infrastructure, on-premise, not on-premise, of course cloud, that is the focus for everybody. And again, we are not talking about some POCs or MVPs. We are talking about real projects, strong volume, okay? For example, my colleague from Serpro here, we manage anti-fraud in Brazil. That today, now we won the e-golf, anti-fraud e-golf for Serpro. And we already manage anti-fraud for all the banking system. We manage 130 million people, 240 million devices in cloud. Then we can say that we are very experienced in managing critical systems, okay? As Huawei already emphasized, and our colleagues from DataPrev and others that are and even several. That is a giant operation. That we are aligned, that we can support critical and big volumes, not only POCs or some ideas. Okay, this is what areas that we are working. You can see not only technology, but cybersecurity, manufacturing side, marketing, commerce. I didn't mention here government. We have a lot of experience with government. And you can see AI is not a vertical. We are applying for everything. Okay? That is not only AI, but in general, automation, of course, including AI. Okay? Okay, go ahead. This is a little bit our capabilities here. Okay? Size our Stefanini artificial intelligence. But again, platform not means that you can have a good results. Mainly that you can see all the LLMs is improving a lot very fast. What is the most important here to be successful in my opinion is that combination combining very well trained team, good judgment, good platform, of course, a stable platform in terms of infrastructure, and also very important KPIs to manage. This is very important. That's our site platform. Today we have almost 10,000 prompts. That globally we are developing all these kind of accelerators globally from everywhere, including our Chinese operation here. Okay, that's I visited yesterday in Dalian. That's I arrived here yesterday late night. Okay, and you can see a lot of areas that we are proving and we are offering services. Okay, and last one that I want to emphasize big projects. That some of them Latin America services, some of them are global. Okay, in different industries and different services. This is Ford. Yes, everybody knows that we are developing in application AI more than 3 years. Very well successful, and they are spreading this project from Brazil globally for many emerging countries. IPF, everybody knows, is the largest by far Argentinian company that we are offering services there in infrastructure. Cloud, PZ Customs is a UK company. Crafty Heights is one of our global clients in digital place. That is important that we are working with AI in digital place for 14 years. We have a lot of global clients, for example, Tiffany's. For 3 years, we are offering all global service desk, only Philippines English-speaking agents, and serving them in 12 different languages, including Chinese, Korean, and Japanese. Okay, that's MasterCard is another global client, and you know. Payments industry, they have the highest security standards, even more than banks. And we are working with them with AI for 2 years. And of course, Unicom is a retail company in Central America. We try to cover different countries, different industries, and different solutions. Okay, this is a little bit more about business impact. Carrefour is the largest bank in terms of for retail. Yes, we are very proud that we have the two. If you see the two largest retail, they have financial services. They have our core banking, because one of our business division is software platform for banks, like core bank and others, Carrefour, and also Walmart in Mexico. If you see their experience in fintech, Cashi, they have also our core bank. And today, in the afternoon, we will share explore a little bit more. Claro is a more than 10 years project. It's an engagement process that they are the only one in Brazil that they are improving their market share the last 5 years using our platform. We are talking about a solution to engage 65 million people. Then increasing 10% of their revenue is a lot of money. And then we can see mining, manufacturing, supply chain. Vale is one of the, at least top 3, maybe the largest one, iron mining company in the world. We have a lot of projects awarded, and it's very interesting how we implement AI automation in the industry manufacturing sector. And last one is Telefónica Vivo. Yes, we have a lot of very interesting services in marketing. How to manage better data and for marketing purpose. Okay. Okay. This is a little bit our AI. That's I don't want to explore more. That's we don't have the time. But what's the main message here? That we can combine a very solid Huawei platform, yes, very well performing. That you saw a lot of previous presentation from Huawei, very focused in performance, in latency, good services, and also combining with our experience in doing projects and services in the region. And we understand the region. We have a strong people in terms of talent pool. Today we have around almost 24,000 people in Latin America region from the total 35,000. Okay, that is so important. How to combine our AI capabilities and with a very solid solution for AI. And interesting also how we align in terms of data, in terms of performance, in terms of course, coding generation. That we saw a very interesting demo, and we do the same. Yes, we also always like to show live demos, because today is not only PPT, that we need to show how it works. Okay? I'm trying to be in my 10 minutes, okay? Okay, this is, I've already anticipated a little bit that this is, we understand is a very strong combination for the whole region. That's what we bring. That's proven transformation case, a lot. Global or Latin America or both. Agent AI assisted delivery pipelines. Later, I can, today in the afternoon, as I said, I can talk a little bit more about modernization, but we have a lot of cases and real business impact. Because our challenge is to move from good individual experience for real effective return on investment in the company, okay? And also it's so important what Huawei Cloud enables. That is so important to us to be more efficient. Like Kubernetes, for example, I've already talked about data. That is so important, and you know that Chinese companies, they are very focused and very advanced in data. That you know that's how is important to have a very well data structured data to be efficient with AI. Okay, and also in terms of service, and also their commitment in terms of quality service. That we are very comfortable to work with someone that is very committed with, in the end, with delivery, because we know Very well, that's IT industry, it's not an easy industry. We know that's how difficult is performing, not only showing some beautiful PPTs, but in the end you have to deliver, you have to show commitment. When we face some challenges during the project, it's our life, yes? Okay? Okay, this is what I want to show to you. I'm trying to be not delay more for your, because I'm in the middle before your lunch, okay? Thank you, have a nice day, great day.